guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zuli. I am super excited for today's video because I have a bunch of new stuff to try out. I recently made a ColourPop order and I picked up a bunch of stuff. I picked up an eyeshadow palette and a bunch of lippy stuff. So I am going to be trying these in today's video. Picked up 3 face products. I have a primer, concealer, and foundation. And last but not least, I have a few brushes that I am going to talk about as well. These are from Morphe and I just picked them up. If you want to see how I got this look that I have on right now, please keep on watching. Alrighty, let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is prime my skin. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. Do 2 pumps of this and apply it all over my skin. And this is going to help hydrate your skin, and it's also going to prime for your makeup. Right, and then the next primer that I'm going to use, and I'm only going to use this on my T-zone, it's the e.l.f. Luminous Matte. I put it on my T-zone just because I do get a little bit more oily on that area. I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm going to be using the matte Maybelline Poreless Foundation in 228, and I'm going to be mixing it with the Urban Decay One and Done. This is in the shade Medium. Mix those two together with my finger on the palm of my hand just to work it in. Apply that foundation with the e.l.f. Beauty Sponge. It's really, really good. I love that flat side to apply foundation. I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to use my trusty Bare Minerals concealer just to kind of cover a little bit more or have a little bit of breakouts here and there. I'm going to go in with a new concealer. This is the Liquid Camouflage concealer from the brand Catrice, and this is in the color Light Beige. Put that under the eyes to brighten it up. One thing to keep in mind with this concealer is that it does dry pretty quick, so just make sure you work with this concealer one eye at a time. And if you want to have more coverage, you can also use a brush to get that fuller coverage. Set the eye area. I'm going to be using my CoverGirl loose powder in the color 105. This powder is amazing. It sets everything so nicely, and it doesn't look like too drying, which is what I like about this powder. I'm going to set anywhere where I put that concealer. And then I'm going to put extra powder on that area so I can bake a little bit, so I can ensure that that makeup isn't going anywhere, and help brighten up my under eye because I have a little bit of darkness down there. I'm going to powder the rest of my skin with my Bare Minerals powdered foundation in the color Toffee 19. I can't live without this. It's so good. And I'm just gonna put this in the outer parts of my skin. It adds a little bit more coverage, but at the same time it kind of looks like if I was bronzing my skin, just because it's a little bit darker than the middle of the skin, but it's actually my skin tone foundation. And then I am going to dust away that extra powder. And then grab the brush again and just blend out any harsh lines. And then I'm gonna go in with that foundation again and just go to the sides of my nose. Grab my Catrice spray. I use this all the time, so pink bottle, you already know it's a Catrice spray. And then I grab my sponge and carefully blend that in there just so you don't have any spots. I feel like I already have some right here because of the mist. I'm going to go in with my blush. I'm going to be using Milani's Luminoso blush, and we're going to put some of that in the apples of our cheeks. I'm using the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter. Super soft brush. It is so good for applying your blush. So I'm going to be using the Becca highlighter in the color Opal. I'm going to be using that to highlight my skin. And I'm using it with the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush. We're going to move into eyebrows, so I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Universal Brow Pencil. And I'm going to be shaping my brows. Brow gel. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I love this brow gel because it makes your brows look super nice, and it tames them and they won't go anywhere. I'm going to use this new eyeshadow palette that I just got from ColourPop. This is a Proceed with Caution collab with Shayla. I am so excited to use it. I took a look at it and it's beautiful. And when you open it, it comes with a really pretty mirror. It has this little plastic. How satisfying. Ooh. And then it comes with these shadows right here. They're so beautiful. I think my favorite part of this eyeshadow is the fact that it has this white bone color, which is something that I really enjoy in a palette because I can set my whole entire lid with it, which is what I like. It has a darker shade, has a transition shade, so you can basically do any looks that you want with this shadow, and it has a mirror, so it makes it easy if you want to travel with it, and it's really small. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one right now. And the first color that I'm gonna start with is gonna be Culture. So Culture is going to be the one I'm going to be using. I already used the color Proceed, which is a white bone color. I used it all over the lid, and I am now going to go with the color Culture. So this one's going to be my transition shade. I'm going to be using it with my Morphe 535. This is my favorite blending brush ever, so I'm going to be using that color there. So I'm going to be dipping into Culture, and I'm going to be putting that as a transition shade. Wow, the color's really pigmented off the bat. I love ColourPop. They have so many palettes. I own a lot of their collab palettes. They're really nice. They're really good. Blend back and forth and just concentrate that color into the crease, and making sure that you put some on this corner and kind of go in and up, kind of like in the V area. Another brush that I like using in order for it to help me blend is the MAC 224. It's a pointy brush, and this is the brush with no product on it that I use to blend the edge, just because it has that pointy edge. So I'm going to use that to help me blend the edges out. If you feel like it's not blending, you can always go in back with that Proceed color, which is the bone color. I always go in with a little bit and just use that to help me blend, and it's gonna highlight at the same time. So with that same brush, that Morphe brush, I'm gonna dip into that yellow color just one time. It does have a little bit of kickoff, so just make sure you tap off your brush, and I'm gonna put that right on top of the color Culture to kind of give it a little bit more warmth. The yellow color is called Caution, and I'm gonna dip both back into Culture and Caution at the same time, one in one, and go back in there. So now I like how that's blended. I'm going to go ahead and grab a skinnier brush. This is a Morphe 505. It's more, I I guess, tapered and a little bit more pointy. And I'm gonna grab that caution color, which is a yellow color, and concentrate that only on the top area to make that yellow stand out. So right towards the little edge of it. And back with my Morphe 535 and blend that out. A little bit of Proceed and my MAC 224 back into the brow bone, just so we don't lose that color. Morphe 518, and grab the color Culture and concentrate that color on the outer V part to just make it a little bit darker. Just press that into the eye, and as you can see, if you press it into the eye area, into your crease, it kind of makes it look like it's darker, but it's the same shade. And that's gonna be our transition for the darker color that we have coming in. Go in with a smaller brush, and I'm gonna be going in with a Morphe 562 and the color Maintenance, and I'm gonna be dipping into that and putting that on the outer V, and I'm gonna go back and forth with that color. Back with the Morphe 535 and blend out. I love that brush because it just literally does everything you need. So once I have that color blended out, I'm gonna go in with my finger with that color Maintenance and just put it on the lid of the eye, and grab that brush one more time, smaller one, and just help it blend, just so the color can be really intense. As you can see, the color just got really intense. It kind of looks a little bit more burgundy when you put that through. Back with the Morphe 505 in that color Culture, and I'm gonna put it right where those two meet to blend them out. 505 again, and blend everything out. Grab a flat brush from Morphe as well. This is the M167, and I'm gonna grab that color Warning. Warning is that like corally pinky shimmery shade, and I'm gonna put that all over our lid. I'm using the brush to begin with just so I can have that precision, and then I'm gonna go in with my finger. Yeah, this is not really giving me much, so I'm gonna go in with my finger. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna tap towards when I get to the top of the eye. This is a gorgeous color. I'm going to grab the little tiny brush again and Maintenance and just mesh those together. And kind of bring up that color, that Warning color up. And it's all about blending and making sure you're fixing everything. I'm going a little bit up with this color again. And then my finger, one more time with Maintenance, just on the really edge of the eye. I don't know if you can see, but I'm gonna use my Anastasia highlight for my inner corner, and I'm gonna use it with a Coastal Scents flat brush, and I'm going to concentrate that right on that area and bring it up a little. And I do have a little bit of fallout, so just dust out your fallout with a fluffy brush. Make sure you don't press it because it will stay on the eye. I'm gonna dip into Culture and go ahead and start blending that one in, connecting it to the upper part as well. A little bit of the yellow to make it a little bit more warmer. And then we're gonna go into Maintenance and connect Maintenance on the very edge, kind of like the V. I love this palette, super good. If you have not picked it up, you need it in your life. It does have a little bit of a kickoff, but it's a really pretty palette. It is beautiful. And then in the inner corner, I did use the color Dead End, which is a gold color, to just intensify the Umrizi highlighter. So you need this, go buy it. And apply mascara, and then I'm gonna do individual lashes as well. All right, the look is almost complete. I'm gonna let my hair down. All right, so I'm gonna show you the lippies I bought. I bought a few from ColourPop. I bought the new one from the collab with Shayla. This is in the color Slow Down. I really love the packaging of this collab. It's really pretty, and the inside is even prettier. This is a liquid lipstick formula, and then I also bought the BFF color that came in with her collab. I'm not sure why it's in a different packaging, but it's a little bit more, it's a lippy and it's in a darker color. How pretty is that? And then the swatch for the Slow Down right next to it, pinky nude. So I think I'm gonna go in with these two, but I kind of want to show you guys the other ones I got. This is the I Love Sara E Lippy collab, and this is in the color Sueño de Coco. Her packaging is really cute too. And this one right here is gonna be more of a brown nude. And then I got another lippy. This is in the shade BFF. The other lippy was BFF 3, by the way. And this one is a lighter nude. Actually, there. It's right there. My swatches are horrible, but it's right there. And then last but not least, I got another collab from the Becky G collab. It's gonna be a darker, pinky, darker nude. It's really pretty too. It's right there. So kind of like the same undertones. All of these are kind of like on the same undertones, but the one that I really want to try is the Slow Down and the BFF 3, I believe. Yeah, BFF 3. So I better clean these swatches off. If not, I'm gonna have them all over my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and start lining them. A really dark shade. I'm actually going to blend them in together. I'm gonna use a brush like this to blend out the edges. And then I'm gonna grab that brush and blend it into the lid. ColourPop lippies are super pigmented and they're really soft, like really creamy. And then I'm gonna go in with the Slow Down liquid lip. Oh my gosh, this is such a pretty nude. I think I'm gonna go over the whole thing. And the last thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is spray my skin with the Morphe spray. I love the smell. It smells like men cologne, but kind of like women perfume at the same time. You guys, I love this look. It looks so freaking pretty. The lipstick is freaking amazing. If you need to buy something out of this whole entire freaking tutorial, it has to be this palette, and it has to be the lippies. Like, hands down bomb.com. The One and Done foundation, amazing. This is also new and I freaking love it in combination with the other foundation. I've had the other foundation for a long time, but this one right here, combining it together, it just makes it look so freaking pretty. My skin looks like I have makeup on. You can tell that I have makeup on, but it looks really, really pretty. I keep saying really, really pretty, but it does. It looks amazing. Also, this primer, I think it's really, really good. It is keeping my T-zone luminous, but it does look a little bit more matte. The Catrice concealer, I like it, but the only thing that I didn't like is that it did dry a little bit too fast. When I was blending it out with my sponge, I felt like I didn't have enough time to blend it out. So if you work with this concealer and you do it like one eye at a time and blend it out with the sponge, or you can blend it out with a small little brush like this. I feel like I had to use both of these in order to use this one, but I mean, it's up to you. I like it. It did make my under eye really bright. I do like this as an eyeshadow primer though. This is really, really good, and I love how bright my brow bone is, because I did clean up my brows with this one, so I like that about it. Also guys, I did try some new brushes from Morphe. I know I kept saying Morphe, but I did pick up a few brushes. If you buy any brush from the collection, I feel like you should get the Morphe 501. It's a fluffy brush. I use this one a lot in the video to kind of wipe off and blend. You can also use it to like do like one transition in your eye, or you could even do a highlight, but I use it to kind of like clean up under the eye. It's really, really good. I recommend that one. And then another one that I did use that I liked as well is the Morphe 167. This one, you need it. It's amazing. You can use for like you're cutting the crease, or you could apply shades that you need on your lid. And then I also used the 504. I used the 431 for the highlight on my brow. It's really good for that. And last but not least, the Morphe 505. These brushes are bomb.com. Obviously, the Morphe 535 and the MAC 224 are my ride or dies. I can do my makeup with just these two brushes, but if you want to kind of get fancy and maybe pick up some brushes, these are really, really good. I love them. And I think the other thing that I have new was the e.l.f. sponge. This is the e.l.f. sponge. It was like $5 I think, and I love it because it gets really big and it blends out your foundation like a dream. And then when you go down to like your neck, you can like get everything down there. So I really like this sponge as well, and it's from e.l.f. And I think that's it for all the new stuff that I had to try out today. And to be honest with you, I loved everything. I do recommend it. If you guys like this makeup look, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys. Bye. Just kidding. Bye. Seriously.